Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Wand and Crown. I'm Haley, that's Keeley, and this week we're going to talk all about the Food and Wine Festival at Walt Disney World's Epcot Park. It is one of many festivals, well, one of four festivals.
Just four.
Yeah, that happen at Epcot throughout the year, but it is the first and the longest one. Mm-hmm. And by first, I don't mean first of the year. I mean
the OG festival.
Yeah, the original festival, the one that's spurred the creation of all the others.
Yes, the other four that take up
like 2 months each.
And they're all, out of 52 weeks in the year, there's probably 48 weeks of festival.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we make this joke every time we talk about Epcot festivals.
Always. There is a single week between Food and Wine Festival and Festival of the Holidays where there's nothing going on, and solely because they have to like
reset everything.
Yeah,
there's still stuff going on. It's just not booths. Yep. You just can't get food. They're still doing stuff and working on everything.
Yeah, exactly.
But then gives you time fun to go. What?
I said it gives you time to enjoy the other food. The regular.
That's literally what I was gonna say. Yeah, you kind of get to like experience like regular Epcot, which I don't think most people. I lied. One of our last trips in 2020, it was in February. It was right between. We were there for the start of Flower and Garden, so we were there in that one of those weird weeks. Yeah. And we went and we're like, it reminded me of like Ricky Bobby, like what do I do with my hands? That's what it felt like. Is like, what do we do? There's no booths, but it was nice, yeah, because we got to experience like the regular places there. But I love my festivals and I love my food booths.
I do too.
Because it's just a good sampling. It's like tapas.
It is. And it's good to share. And okay, so really what Food and Wine Festival is exactly what it says it is. There are kiosks that are up primarily around World Showcase. Some of them come back towards Spaceship Earth into... Oh, goodness, I can't remember what that neighborhood's called.
The new names. I know.
Yeah. What used to be Innoventions.
Yeah. God, yeah.
They have
World Nature. World Nature is over by the land. That's what that's called.
Anyway, there are kiosks that come back, a few kiosks that come back towards Test Track.
The donut one by Test Track, or the brunch one by Test Track's always good. Yeah, sorry.
And it lasts from... say end of July through the weekend right before Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yep.
I do know that because I went to the very last day of it last year.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were there that late.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
But
it's one of my favorite times of year to go.
I think Festival of the Arts is still my favorite, but I like all of them. When we go in September, I'm gonna be like Food and Wine is my favorite, and then when we go in December, I'm gonna be like Festival of the Holidays is my favorite, and then back in February I said Festival of the Arts is my favorite. Last year I said Flower and Garden's my favorite. I like them all.
It's all of them.
It's all of them. They're all good because it's similar, but they're all different.
Yeah.
So this one, the one I like about this, I mean, they all have the concert series.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of them do. Or like Festival of the Arts usually
similar.
Yeah, they'll have like Broadway, and then I think Flower and Garden and Food and Wine have concert series, and then Festival of the Holidays is the Candlelight Processional.
Yeah.
So for this one, it's called Eat to the Beat. So they'll have bands come through, or like Haley said, from July until November. And they change every year. I have my list pulled up of who is for this year, because again, it changes. So I'm just going to go over like the most notable ones. And they usually release this in like May or June. I think they release the list.
They release it a few months before so that people can plan their trip.
You can plan, but you can't you can't, if you're planning like a year in advance, you can't plan it for a certain performer, but like if you're still planning it like 3 to 4 months out, you might get lucky and be able to plan it. Or again, if you can change your trip. I think I talked about this last in one of our other episodes about Christmas. We just happened to see Jodie Benson one time at Candlelight Processional, totally unplanned, and I was like, this is perfect. So some of the ones that I think are notable. So this was just from when we're recording this the past week. Joey Fatone and Friends. And when they said Joey Fatone and Friends, it was
They
Joey
meant
Fatone and Lance Bass. And they were just running around Disney parks, what felt for like it felt like more than a week. Because every Facebook post I saw, any post I saw was just them in the parks, them just performing. It was hysterical and doing like NSYNC, and I just adore both of them.
It was a millennial girl's dream.
And that's like,
really?
when I was going through this, that's what I kind of realized, like a lot of this is geared towards like millennials. Cause again, like, I feel like we're the biggest demographic going to the parks right now. Another one, now this is American Idol from like, I saw this name and I was like, I forgot that he existed. Philip Phillips. I don't, did you ever watch
that was
American
after
Idol?
I stopped watching. I thought you were Ruben.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he was a few weekends ago. He was beginning to middle of August. Which is funny. And yeah, they sometimes will have like American Idol, because Disney and American Idol, I think they're same network. I think they have some affiliation. Disney owns everything.
That's true.
I don't know. There's a Bahaman.
Yeah.
You know Bahaman. That was on my Now. Oh, was that like Now 2? Cody and my husband, who those that don't know, Cody is my husband. We were just having a whole conversation about like all the Now CDs the other weekend. But yeah, I think Bahaman, that was like Now 2 or something.
That was early.
Yeah.
Out.
There's
8 degrees.
Yes, 98 Degrees. They're on there. Foreigner's Journey, which I can only assume is a cover band of Foreigner and Journey. Which I love.
I want to be there for that. Actually.
I know. They have Boys to Men, so that's a few days after 98 Degrees. They have Sugar Ray. I feel like it's another. I feel like they're there a lot. I feel like they do at least one festival.
Festivals, yeah.
Yeah. Hoobastank, another callback. Hanson. Okay, and the last one. This is older, like I don't know. You might 38 Special.
Nope.
Okay, they're that's like my mom's generation, but like that's like the music I like. Yeah.
I feel like I've probably heard their music. I'm just horrible at band names. Unless
look up Hold On Loosely. Hold On Loosely. You'll know that song by them.
Yes.
They have like a few that are like kind of well known. But yeah, so that's just a handful for this year, and it takes place in the pavilion in American Adventure. So that's where any of these are held, because it's just like I don't want to say amphitheater.
Yeah,
that's okay. So that covers that. So another thing, so if there's like a band when you're going that you really want to, or I should say performer that you really want to see, Disney offers, and again, this is for all of them. It is. Yep. Yeah. For all of them, they offer a dining package that goes with it. This is separate from the dining plan, which is coming back in January 2024. January of 2024. We're getting amped for it. We're getting excited for it. But this is a separate dining package that you can book. This is, I think, been available pretty much as long as they're doing concerts.
Yeah.
This is available.
Candlelight Processional has one. Eat to the Beat has one.
Flower Garden, and then Festival. Yeah, so that's why I'm pretty sure they all have them. So I think that I feel like this one has a little bit more of a selection, and I don't know if it's because it's opened up since last year.
That's it. Yeah.
Acre Shoes. It's Acre. I'm pretty sure it's Acre Shoes. Yes. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I had to call and book dining for someone, and I asked the cast member for a clarification on it. I swear she said it was Acre Shoes.
I have no idea. It's German, and even though my ancestry is part German, I don't know. I don't speak
it. The Disney Princess Dining at Epcot, which personally I think is better than Cinderella's Royal Table.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
I think there's a more variety of princesses there, and I feel like they walk around, and I think the food's better. That might be a hot take, but it's my take. But so that's one of the options. The Beer Garden Restaurant, which is also in Germany, that's a good option. Coral Reef Restaurant, that's going to be more like seafood. So if you don't like, I had clients that they wanted to do those for Candlelight Processional. They're like, we all hate seafood. And I was like, cool. So Coral Reef is off the list for your dining package.
I mean, I would eat the seafood just to be able to sit in a restaurant with a giant wall of an aquarium.
It is really cool. It is a really cool restaurant. Yeah, for the experience. Yeah. Garden Grill, which I have not eaten at.
You haven't?
No, it's on my list. It's on my list.
It's fun.
Chippendale used to freak me out up until like a few years ago, and now I love them. I will have to show you pictures of one of my interactions with them probably at this point 10 years ago. I should probably post them on my Instagram. They're very funny. It's another reason you should get Memory Maker. They're great. There's a whole progression. But Garden Grill is really fun. Yes. And you get to overlook the best part of living with the lamb. Never mind. There's several good parts. The farmhouse. You get to see the farmhouse, which everybody I think wants to live in that farmhouse.
Yeah. And when we say rotating, we don't mean like, woof, because, you know, that's you can tell you're moving.
Yeah, you're not going to get like cruise motion sickness. No.
Yeah.
No. Other one is
food grown in the land.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I think there's a booth. I think one of the booths I'm pretty sure does that as well, or a few of them I think. We'll use food that they grow there, because otherwise what are they going to do with the food?
There's like 30 booths. I cannot remember all of them. What they all
I swear there's one that has that's like their like big thing. Yeah. One that does not have the food that's grown at Epcot is Le Cellier, which is a steakhouse. So they're not growing the cows at Epcot. But they have really good steaks. I haven't eaten there. I've done the food booth, and I believe they have, I think Food and Wine is when they normally have their booth. I've had it there. I've done California Grill, and I've done Steakhouse 71, but I've not done Le Cellier yet. But that, again, is on my list because I'm a food booth person and refuse to do sit-downs at Epcot. One day. Regal Eagle Smokehouse, which is a quick serve. Their food is very good. It's
barbecue.
It's barbecue. It's very good. You might wait a little bit. We've always found like we'll mobile order and we still have to wait for a little bit, but it's very good. It's very worth it. And with that one, you don't have to do an advanced dining reservation because it's a quick service. But I think I'm confident with that. You can't do mobile order. You have to order in person because you have to tell them you're doing the dining. Yes. Or the dining package.
Because you paid for this.
Yes. Yes. So you have to you don't have like flexibility with it. But if you do want to eat there and you're not worried about the dining plan, it is a very good quick service option in Epcot. The Rose and Crown dining room, which is different than just going into the Rose and Crown pub because the pub is just, do they serve food in the pub? I think it's just drinks.
I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't been in. I wanted to last year on my before I had to catch the train, and then I looked at my watch and went,
I gotta catch my train.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, I think I don't know, but yeah, so it's different. So they have an actual sit down.
Yeah.
Again, advanced dining, and that's all of these except for Regal Eagle is advanced dining. So you're 60 days out, or 60 days plus 10 if you're on property, 60 days per day if you're staying off site or local. And the last one is the Spice Road table. Yeah. That's a good location for fireworks viewing too. That's a good place to go. I like to tell clients that if you want to be able to sit down and watch fireworks, again, you have to get that reservation time slot lined up perfectly. You can't get there at 5 o'clock and camp out till what do we have? Is it Epcot, back to Epcot Forever? I think it's back to Epcot Forever.
Oh, they've changed it so many times.
It is. It's back to Epcot Forever right now.
The nighttime Epcot show.
Yes, whatever they're currently having. But yeah, you can't camp out for hours. You have to get it lined up kind of perfectly. And the prices for these will vary. I'll just give you a price range. So Regal Eagle that one's going to be $35 because again, it's quick serve and you're getting the package with it. The rest of them range from, and these are for adult pricing, $47 to $95. $95 is going to be Le Cellier. Obviously, you're going to a steakhouse. The rest of them are all kind of.
And that's for adults. So
yes.
Disney's definition of adult pricing is a little weird. It's 10 and up.
Yep.
Kids are going to be $30 less, give or take. 30. It depends on the restaurant.
Yeah. So the price range for kids is going to be $20 to $48. And for kids, the Ace Shoes, or however you say it, lunch and dinner is going to be the most expensive one versus the Le Cellier. So it's just kind of what experience you want to have. I never recommend clients, like and you don't have to do this to get to be able to see the concert. It just guarantees you a seat to be able to see them.
It guarantees you a good seat to be
Good
able
seat. Yes. And again, like when we saw
like, get your food in.
Exactly. It's a meal. You got to eat when you're there. Hello, you have to eat when you're there. That's all I'm there for. I purposely wore the shirt.
I figured.
I put my shirts for these podcasts. Are you kidding? But yeah, so it's good because it kind of like, I don't like doing sit down because I'm also again a Disney fanatic and I like to go. But this is good for people that do want to have a little bit of break during their day.
It's good for, I would say, families with kids as well.
Yeah.
Because then you've got that guaranteed sit down time, and quick service, while it's got some of the more kid friendly foods and, you know, they've got fries and burgers and whatnot. Sometimes it's really hard to wrangle the kids at quick services
and get tables and get the food. And
if you're at a table service, you're sitting, you're there, you can just relax for a little bit instead of having to like keep an eye on the kid. And
you're usually inside with air conditioning. Someone's bringing you your food because it's a sit down service. So yeah, and again, it gives you a little bit of break. And then again, when you're done, you get your ticket and then you can go see whatever concert is happening that night. And you don't have to stand in the back, which I like because for like the candlelight processional, I see a little bit and then I'm like, all right. See you later. So I can just kind of walk out and leave, which you can do. But then I'm like, you're paying a little bit extra to get that good seating. So
yeah. But
it's still worth it because now you're paying for it and you're getting your entertainment too while sitting and not having to stand and jockey and all that fun stuff.
Agreed. So, but if you don't want to do the sit down, my favorite part, and I know your favorite part, is going to all the kiosks around the World Showcase.
Yes. Yes.
Because that's the whole point of the festival. They've got different food and different wine. Shocking. From like, I think what did I say earlier? It's like 30 different.
Yeah.
And there's repeats from each year. And then every so often they'll bring in a new one. I think this year it is the Muppet Lab.
Yes.
It's the Muppet Lab over in the Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
It's Brew Wing, because they serve chicken wings. Wow. I don't know why that was a tongue twister, but apparently it was.
That was pretty funny. That was pretty good. I was just letting you go. I was letting you figure it out.
Just keep going. You'll get there eventually. Brew Wing has different types of chicken wings. And so they've got like an orange cardamom wing. They've got Impossible wings, because a lot of these booths will have things that cater to vegetarians as well.
They're getting very good.
Yeah. They're less so with vegans, better with vegetarians. Mm-hmm. I've heard that the tofu wings or the Impossible wings are pretty tasty.
Yes.
I have heard that the ultra spicy, I can't remember the exact title, but there's a wing there that's supposed to be like absurdly, horribly spicy. And apparently it's not so much spicy as it is not tasty.
Yes, I've heard of that. I'm trying to like scroll down to find it. They also have, don't they have the peanut butter and jelly wings there too? Okay.
I want to try those. I don't know why. I just do.
I've had them somewhere before and I can't remember where. Cody's had I know I've had them, or I've seen someone eat that, like in person have them.
It feels like something that would be at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I know, I'm trying. It's either there or the bar we used to work at. I swear they had them, but maybe not. I don't know. I know now. I'm like, now I want those.
But they've also got the pickle milkshake. I
have such mixed feelings. I initially was like, I want this because I like pickles. I like pickle everything. Like I'm very much like I'm not a crazy pickle person. I'm not like, I have to have specific pickles. I will eat whatever pickles
you don't have pickle earrings or anything?
No, I do not. I just got pickle chips the other day. It's fine. I eat pickles on some things, not everything. But then I'm like, I don't want a pickle milkshake. I don't want a pickle in my milkshake.
Honestly, I just want to try it. I really wish that they could just give you like, here's a little sample.
Yeah, that's
I mean, it's not.
No, but it's a solid size.
It's a mason jar.
Yeah.
Of a pickle milkshake. And I have heard that if you do not like dill, you do not want to try this because it is very dill heavy. Which sounds delicious to me.
But I just want a little
not
bit.
Enough to get a whole mason jar worth of it.
No, and I feel like even like if you and I split it, like it would still be too much because now I don't want to drink a whole milkshake. I don't know.
We
just
even
a milkshake in general.
Entire agency, and it would still be too much.
Yeah, I don't know. My feelings on it keep changing, and I've heard the same thing as you, where it's like
very dill.
Yeah, and I hear people say, "Oh, it tastes like a milkshake with pickles," and then I hear people be like, "Yeah, this is gross." So like, I
think it depends on the person.
I have mixed feelings on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. One thing that I'm excited that's coming back is at the Brazil booth is the Brazilian cheese bread. I think they have it at almost every festival at this point. It's a staple. It's so good. The other place you can get it is at Skipper Canteen at Magic Kingdom. It's one
I kept wanting to say Trader Sam's. I'm like, no.
I know. It's so interchangeable. I always get it mixed up. I'm very proud of myself for not. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things at any of the festivals when they have it is that Brazilian cheese bread. Trader Joe's has it in their freezer section. It's not as good. It's not. But it's still very good.
Okay.
No, it's still good. Like I just got a box of it. What?
I'm gonna have to go to Trader Joe's after this.
Get it. Try it. It's like I said, it's not as good, but it's enough to hold you over. It gets like I feel like there it's very like fluffy and like just the consistency is good. Yeah, exactly. This is like frozen.
And this is a good way to do it because Skipper Canteen that's a hard reservation to get some days.
Yeah.
So this way you can just walk up to the Brazil kiosk and walk away with a little platter.
Exactly. And it's like that's usually like one thing where I'm like, if I'm hungry and I don't feel like searching and trying to figure out. And that's another thing too, is that for any of the festivals at all the kiosks, they have a little
passport.
I was gonna say I have one up on my cork board. And it tells you what's at each booth. So like you can like research ahead of time. And that's what we suggest is like definitely research ahead of time because there's so much and you don't want to get overwhelmed. And
that way, if you research ahead of time, you can go through and say, these are my must-haves. Yep. These are the things I'd like to have. These are the things I absolutely do not need to have.
Yep.
And so that way, if you've got your list of things that you want to do, you're not just kind of playing it by ear. You get around and you're sitting there like, oh my God, my belly, I can't fit anything else in my belly. And you get to the next kiosk and it's the thing that sounds like the most delicious food in the world and you can't fit it in your belly.
Exactly. And I do that a lot. Like even when we do get stuff, because like Cody will get something and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to pick that. And then he doesn't plan ahead. That's happened to him many times. Where at the end of the night, he's like, I really want that, but I can't fit in my stomach. I'm like, well, if you would have planned ahead and looked ahead.
But you could also do our second tip, which is bring reusable Tupperware. I like to use the collapsible Tupperware or baggies. And then, you buy something, you bring it back to the room later and little midnight snack.
Exactly. You might have to like walk down to like your food court or wherever to heat it up and your fridge in your room won't keep it at a food safe temperature, but
just don't get like cheese or something that spoils.
I mean, my philosophy too is like if you eat it like pretty soon, as long it's not like sushi or like fish or something like that, you'll be fine. Or you get something
use
that's
your common sense. Disney is magic, but it's not that magic.
No. Disney will not stop you from getting food poisoning like that. But or again, the other thing you can do too is split. Like I feel like when you and I go, that's probably what we'll do because I feel like we're gonna mostly get the same stuff. So again, you get like a sampling of stuff, but you're not getting bogged down with ordering 20 different things.
Yeah.
And we're only going to be there for a half day in reality.
Something like that.
So that's another thing. And I think we're going to like be running from booth to booth. It's fine. Another thing too is when you go for festivals, like especially a big one like this, try to plan 2 days at Epcot or get a park hopper, because in that way, so like my least favorite park for food is is Magic Kingdom. There's like basically nothing in Magic Kingdom that I want. Like the cheeseburger, egg rolls. That's where I get my Mickey pretzel. Cause I'm like, all the other parks, like there's food that I really want. I really don't love a lot at Magic Kingdom. So like we'll sometimes like for dinner hop over to Epcot. Like we'll just take the monorail over and then we'll come back and watch Happily Ever After. It's back. And we'll do that. We'll go to Epcot just solely for dinner and just get like 2 or 3 things from Food Booths, and then like we're good to go. Yeah. Yeah. And then that way, or like we did that last earlier in the year, we did 2 days at Epcot. So we got to try everything. And then if there's something you really like and you've done everything you wanted, you can go back and get it again. Yeah. Like the Impossible Burger is also one of my favorites that they have every year, and they have this year too.
China usually has pretty tasty things. Sometimes they'll have, I'm trying to remember what I had year before last, some sort of shrimp dish that sounded like maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be disgusting.
Was it the cold ramen or something?
No, but they do. There is a noodle kiosk as well that has ramen.
I remember there was one that people were iffy about, and I don't think I get the frushi at food at
Of course you do.
Festival of the Arts. Oh my, it was very good. It was very good. I don't regret it.
No, I'm good.
It's just fruit and rice. And like whipped cream. There's no raw fish in there.
Oh well. I can't fit it in my mouth.
What else? Oh yeah, so that's it. Char and chopped is the Impossible. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the Impossible spicy sausage.
See, there's Impossible everywhere. We both have our lists up because there is just so much food that it's hard to remember, and we want to tell you guys some of the fun things. I mean, I just saw something and then it disappeared.
You mentioned China, the bao buns they had. We had some back in at Festival of the Arts. They were very good, and the dumplings were very good as well.
Yeah. So there are a lot of, they will have new foods, but there are also a lot of fan favorites that will come back as well. So like you were saying earlier about Le Cellier, you don't want to necessarily sit down for a full meal. Canada, without fail, will have the beer cheese or the chicken. I am telling you today, I cannot talk. The cheddar bacon soup.
Yep.
Served with the pretzel roll. And then they've got a little like filet mignon.
Yeah.
Bites.
Yep. And that's only $10, which is not.
With truffle mashed potatoes. Ugh.
That sounds very good. I think Cody got that one year. I think he got that like 2 years ago. I have to get that this time because that sounds good.
I don't even care about the steak. I just want the truffle mashed potatoes. Oh my god.
Truffle everything.
Truffle for life. Truffle for life.
Oh, Flavors from Fire. So that's where they have the Impossible Burger cider. That's usually over by Figment. They have like a little food court. Whether it's there right now, I'm not sure. We'll know soon. But yeah, that's one of those ones that Cody and I got. Or the first year that he went with me, we got it twice over the course of like 2 or 3 days. Like he was like
very good. And
Cody's like a big like meat eater, and he's like, this is so good. And we both got it twice. It was that good. Yes.
High praise. High praise.
Yes. And it's only $6. That's not bad.
No. But so this is just kind of a sampler. There's the fry basket. There's Grease, which has...
I'm excited for the fry basket.
Are you going to get the pickle fries?
I think so. But are they fried pickles? I actually really don't like fried pickles that much, but I think I might try it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pickle spears that have been fried.
We'll see.
I mean, I'll eat it. I will take the pickles. Thank you.
You know what I really
like with the Spam.
The Spam. Not a big Spam person.
Like it's a cultural thing. Like
that's
the whole point of these festivals is to kind of show different cultures' foods. They may not be exact, but they're pretty close. Yeah, they do try. And I mean, it's Disney.
You know what?
They
pretty
had pretty darn.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off. It was.
I'm muttering.
Well, don't do that. I'm trying to find it. Maybe it was in India. Oh my God, it was oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was now. It was spicy. It was fried. It was like deep fried.
If it's cheese, then it is India.
No, it wasn't cheese. And it was by Morocco, and I'm pretty sure the India booth is right by Morocco. Oh my gosh, I can't think of what it was. It was really good. My friend at the time was pregnant and she's like, I can't eat this. And I was like, cool, thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm not seeing it, but I can't remember. It was deep fried something and it was so good. This was like years ago.
Might not be here anymore.
It might not be there anymore, but that's fine. Italy, for some reason,
is
they never can hit the mark.
I think it's because there's good Italian food literally everywhere else. And so the rest of the food booths are, they focus more on them, I think. But I think, honestly, we could spend all day going through these.
Yeah. Mexico is my favorite. Sorry. That one's always consistent and that one's always very good. Okay, yeah, I think we've gone through most of them at this point.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
There really is, and this is paella. There's a Spain one that has paella. Oh,
okay, we're not done.
Sorry, that just caught my eye.
What's funny is I just scrolled through Spain and I didn't even really look at it.
Oh God. Sorry, anyway. So yes, this is why we recommend that you look at it beforehand instead of just listening to us wax poetic about all of the foods. Because there is a lot and you're going to want to look beforehand and figure out what you want to eat.
Exactly. And another thing is when you get that passport, so there's something in there that you can do. And this is, you could probably, you can do it as a family or you can do it by yourself, whatever. Yeah. So it's the Emile's Fromage Montage. And basically it's and when you look it up, it'll tell you and it'll tell you in the little passport too, what food qualifies. Yeah. It's in the name if you don't know French cheese. So it's usually any dish. Well, I don't want to say any. They pick 10 dishes that are cheese related. Like cheesecake is one of them. I think I saw mashed potatoes on the list. It was potatoes au gratin or something. So cheese potatoes. It's a mixture of stuff, and there's 10 that you can pick from. Like I said, they're listed, and I think in the back of the booklet they actually have them.
They do.
Yeah. So if you order 5 of them in your booklet at some point. So again, if you're a local, you're planning on going 2 or 3 times during, you just keep your booklet. Every time you buy one of them, you get a stamp. When you hit 5, then you get I can't remember what it is this year.
You go to the Corksicles Shimmering Sips kiosk. You get a strawberry cheesecake soft serve and a Corksicle glass.
Yes, that's what it is. So you get a prize at the end. You have to buy all the food.
That's what that is.
Oh, what?
This year, that's what the prize is.
Yes.
Sorry. Changes every.
It changes every year. I think it's usually kind of the same. Again, the food type changes too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing, now this is good for kids. Granted, I played this game. I just don't pay for it. I just find it and go, oh, look, it's Remy. Or I tell my husband to try to find Remy as I'm staring at him. It's really fun. But it's good for kids. So it's the Remy's Hide and Squeak. Mm-hmm. So cute. Love the name. Yeah. It's $9.89 and you get a map. There's a few different locations. And again, for this year, so it's at Disney, Traders, Port of Entry, Creation Shop, or World Traveler at International Gateway. So where the Skyliner is. It says festival merchandise kiosks. I wouldn't go off of that because it's
only at a few of the kiosks. So it's better to get it at
one of the stores.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to one of the stores and do it there. And it's basically a map. And it looks like this year it's different because it folds up. I think normally it's a big
giant map. Yeah.
I think Festival of the Arts, it's a palette, like a painter's palette. It just it's huge. Yeah. So this year it looks like it folds up. So you get your stickers and then you find Remy and it's very cute. I really like it. You put your sticker on.
By find Remy, you mean they're a little statuette
I was like, what do you mean find
Remy hidden around the World Showcase?
Exactly. And it's cheese related, food related.
Yeah.
And it's little statues. I mean, they're probably like, I don't know, maybe that big.
They're probably bigger than we think they are because
it's like stop signs. When you see a stop sign, you realize it's like 10 feet tall and you're like, what? They're not stop sign, it's street light. Traffic light. Wow. You're bringing
street
it over
light
here.
is a thing.
No, I know, but but like a street light, but I'm talking about like the specific traffic lights.
I know what you mean.
You're bringing it over.
It's a long day. A long day.
We're recording this on a Monday. But anyway, okay, so you know what? It's funny. The stickers do show you what he poses or like what he's posing with. So like there's a tomato, olive oil.
That's handy.
A sweet potato or raw chicken.
I'm gonna assume a sweet
potato. Or is
it
a pot? No, I think it's a pot. Squash, garlic, eggplant, cilantro, the list goes on. So he's posing with all different kinds of like there's a salt shaker, a pepper grinder. There's all kinds of different food related items. Little statues everywhere. You put on the map when you find it. When you find it, you take it back to one of those locations and you get a prize. And the prize is
it's different every year.
Insulated lunchbox this year.
Yeah.
And they're pretty
cute.
I did see these now that I'm looking at them.
They
have a Figment one. They have a Figment one. They've been in Encanto one, Figment, Remy, and like it's like I don't want to say Chef Mickey, but like I mean it is Chef Mickey. But like the restaurant. I want to do this. I already have a Disney lunchbox. I want everybody to be shocked by that. And I take it to work and all the grown men make fun of me. But I want a second Disney lunchbox. I can put my water bottles in this. I say insulated. Put my leftovers from the festival in here, Haley.
There we go.
Done. But it's really cute and it's for kids, but adults can do it too. And I'm like thinking about doing this.
I mean, generally, I will do it just walking around because it's just fun. Like you're sitting there eating, you're like, okay.
Well,
it's a very nice piece of cake. Where is Remy?
When you were there, I think it was last year, you were sending me with the Snowgie. Wasn't the Snowgies when you were there?
Olaf.
I'm so okay. Close. Yes, Olaf. Sorry, I love the Snowgies. It was Olaf. You were sending me those, and you're like, "Where are they?" And I'm like, "I knew one except for the Locky one."
Latkes.
It's Monday.
Sorry. As a Jewish person, I had to correct you on that one.
It's a non-Jewish person. I'm sorry. It's because we're having pancakes for dinner. That's why I have pancakes in my head. We're gonna go with that. You knew what I meant. It's fine.
Only because I sent you the picture. Anyway. So you can also. This is quickly going off the rails, so we're gonna have to wrap it up.
Well, we're done. That's all of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all of it. There's also like festival specific merchandise that you can get. There's a tray that you can carry around to use to hold your foods because they're not great about putting tables out at food related.
You're gonna see people eating on top of trash cans.
Yeah.
Also get the if you don't use like Apple Pay or Magic Band, which I don't like using my Magic Band because I want to see all my charges.
Yeah.
So I'll use Apple Pay. My other thing to suggest is if you have like little kids, get them one of the gift cards at the festival. It's like the little bungee wristband thing.
Mm-hmm.
Load it up with like however much money and tell your kids, be like, this is what we're doing. This is how much you get, like whatever you want to do. And then that way they can spend it. They scan it. We're good to go.
Yeah. And then they feel like adults.
Paying for their own food when it's on your credit card.
It's also a good way for adults to stick to a budget instead of spending their rent money on.
Honestly, it is a good idea. We did that the first year and it worked out kind of well, but then we reloaded it. So I'm like, really?
Yeah, you got to be strong.
It's fine. We were
be firm.
It was Cody's first year at a festival. We had to. And I say that every trip now. Well, it's our first time going in February, so we have to do it. The norm. But yeah, it's a lot. It's really fun. Definitely do a little bit of planning, but I mean, Disney, you want to plan a little bit beforehand, but this is like the fun part of the planning is picking up what food you're going to eat. I mean, I think that's the fun part of planning.
Absolutely. And we will try to get like maybe try to get a vlog or something up of
Yeah.
the food that we try. We're not going to be able to try them all. We're not going to be able to come close to trying them all. We only have a single day in the parks and
Single
not
half
a
day.
full day.
Yeah.
If we don't get it up here, check out our Instagrams and Facebooks, because we'll definitely be putting them over there.
I think we'll do a recap episode. I think we'll do like a little vlog, yeah, at least on like Instagram and Facebook if we want. And then maybe on here we'll do like a recap of like what we tried, what we didn't. If we did Remy squeak, hide and squeak, and we did the cheese
show us her
montage.
brand new lunchbox.
And my lunchbox that I really want the Figment one, but I'll settle with any of them because they're all really cute and I really want one now. So stay tuned.
And on that note, come back next month. Well, not next month. We'll be there next month.
We'll be there.
Come back in October for our recap episode. If we remember to do it.
We will. We'll remember.
But anyways, you guys should plan a trip to go see Food and Wine, because if you can't tell, we kind of love it, and we think you guys should too.
Kind of great. It's kind of great.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think on that note, we have told all we can. If you've got any questions about the festival, drop them in the comments. And otherwise, we're going to say goodbye. Thanks for listening.